Hello, Rialto Theatre. How y'all doing? I am excited to be with all of you here tonight. I'm Allison of Angry Cow Poetry. Lots of you are here for different reasons. Some of you, of course, here for Angie Haze, who is amazing. And yeah, give it up for Angie Haze. I mean, we'll do that again, but absolutely. It's also my album release. So Angie produced my album. She did the sound design. She did mix engineering. She did all kinds of amazing things to make this happen. It comes out today. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So I'm going to share, to start the night off, I'm going to share 10 of the tracks. Another 13 on there if you grab the album. We have a board over here. Angie has a board over here for Reggio, for loved ones lost of the furry variety. And there's spots to add if you brought a picture, or you can certainly look. And I have certainly companion animals I've lost. We do a really good job of showing compassion for our companion animals. Sometimes not so much for the other animals we share the planet with. So there'll be a few of the pieces in here about that. There'll be a few different styles. This first one is an erasure piece, so if you're familiar with erasure, I know a few poets in the room are, but if you're familiar with erasure, you take something that already exists, you block out what you don't want to create something new, sometimes just because you need to react, because Lobster Anywhere puts out an article, and you feel like you got to respond. Brandon, this is going to be a few seconds before it starts, so don't freak out when I start this one. I started with the quiet one at the beginning, my apologies. How to kill a lobster without feeling bad about it. In Erasure, version 1. Dead, processed, packaged, once swimming around, plunging into boiling water, a painful death. Blue blood, kill, kill, death, kill, kill, super fresh death right between the eyes, kill, kill, kill. Don't worry if the legs keep moving for a little while, kill, 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 kill. Conclusion, kill. Without remorse. Ensure lobster meets death. Enjoy. Version 2. Here's how to kill a lobster without feeling bad about it. Don't. Thank you. Appreciate that, y'all. Next piece is called The Melting Snow. A little more of your white privilege melts away each passing day. You sound the alarm. Blow your whistles. Dial 911. Colors you tried to bury beneath your weight, now becoming way too visible for your comfort. Tears run down your face as you lament how everywhere used to be so sparkly white before the climate shifted, and the snow began to melt more quickly, more easily. First a stormtrooper, and then a mermaid? A Black History Month right in the middle of your pristine snow? You wonder, is nothing sacred? Is nothing pure? Is nothing white anymore? You grab history books to try to erase any traces of other seasons whose occasional mention may have snuck in. It is, and always has been, a winter wonderland in America, you insist. You've been cold while gerrymandering fire. You've been slippery while telling people they should have purchased better boots if they wanted to be able to stand. Yet despite how strongly you have tried to prevent it, spring, with all its beautiful colors, is coming anyway. Thank you. Appreciate that, y'all. Thank you very much. I love it. Appreciate all the interaction. So this next piece is a reaction. How many of you had a conversation where you didn't want to have the conversation, you avoid it as best you can, and then the conversation starts. All right, we're already some friends. Yeah, please. All right, but continue on with me. And then the conversation starts, and for just that first split moment, you're like, this isn't going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then the conversation keeps going. All right, so this is one of those. quiet game, the first person to speak loses. It is often used by parents of talkative young children hoping for a little momentary peace. But sometimes, after we age, the child, through lack of phone calls, text messages, and visits, ends up playing the quiet game with their father. In the quiet game, you win by not making a sound. I let you learn your grandchild's new name on Facebook because I didn't want to have this conversation. The one we are having right now. In this awkward moment at our awkward family reunion. You make a point of telling me how you don't have anything against anyone being gay or trans, and for a moment, I felt a glimmer of hope, which quickly faded as you continued. You just don't like it when they flaunt it on television and movies. In the quiet game, you win by not letting your existence have a voice. And you feel the need to add, you think it's a sin. The quiet game was invented a long time ago. You do, however, note that you don't think it's okay to beat them up. How you'd have their backs if that ever happened to them. Acknowledging the very real possibility of danger, of force, of threats, of violence that may come upon them for the very beliefs you've been spouting off. People always seem to be freaked out when they hear sounds coming from the closet, even when they shoved someone inside. And I wonder how I'll report this conversation when I return home. So I guess, my children, Grandpa will be fine if you would just play with your lives. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. We have a really weird political tradition in America, and this next piece addresses that.
Tomorrow, 45 million turkeys will make the ultimate sacrifice for America's feast, but not this one.
45 million turkeys will fall to our bloody hands in the course of a holiday, but we'll praise ourselves for the two we spare.
Courage will also be spared this terrible and delicious fate.
Pointless political pageantry where our bloodthirsty saviors will still fully savor the flesh of finely roasted death.
Before I gobble up too much time,
but we'll call them lucky, the two whose necks we didn't place beneath our axe. Lucky it wasn't your blood we drained.
This year we're honored to be joined by two of the lucky.
Lucky it wasn't your anal cavities we stuffed with bread. Lucky for our endless kindness.
oh, so lucky. That is a lucky bird.
Lucky we even bothered to give you a name.
I hereby pardon Liberty and Bell.
Lucky we pardon you from your countless turkey crimes.
Well, this turkey must have said some prayers of his own.
Lucky we even noticed your life prior to taking it. Lucky our forks found a different victim.
Bring him out.
Lucky we bred 45 million others we'll kill instead, while we'll call the only two we spare.
Pardon.
Pardon this bird.
Lucky. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, y'all. How y'all doing? Good. I'm loving the energy out there. Shout out a couple people here so I don't forget later. So we'll come back to Angie. I will tell you way more about Angie. But those of you that know Zach Friedhoff, Zach from Bright Lights from town, Zach produced my first album, which is also available on my merch table. First album from Angry Cow Poetry is Moo Motherfucker. It's out there. You can find it on Spotify. It's the only one out there. I promise you. Type Moo Motherfucker, you're going to get a hit. But Zach appears on this album, wrote some music. He was actually in the Quiet Game a little bit too. Teresa Gatto Brightman, another Akron poet, wrote and performed a track with me. And then Nate Vale of the Rialto Theatre mastered this, so give it up for Nate, please. And then last thing on this one for now, Jenna Fournier, who is an amazing artist, designed the cover, and the back too for that matter, but the cover artwork. So check that out on the merch table when you buy or not. It is not yet on Spotify. It's kind of amazing that you can finish an album rushed. Granted, we knew the release date was coming. We were rushing at the end. You can finish an album, get it printed, and shipped to your house and have it quicker than get it up digitally. So if you want the digital, you got to wait a little bit more. But I think Bandcamp has it for digital download, so you can get it from Bandcamp and you can preview it on Bandcamp and such, but you can't get it on your usual streaming places otherwise. This next one, Angie asked me to perform. This is an older piece that I've just kind of let sit, and I've not performed much, and I think I'm just going to let this one speak for itself.
Did you ever call out for help?
No,
Did you ever yell?
I did not yell.
Did you ever think to attempt to run away?
I thought about it, but how do you run away from a situation like that when you're so scared?
When you were in that couch, you didn't hear anything out of the ordinary, correct?
No.
You didn't see anything out of the ordinary, correct?
No.
Was sleeping right next to you, right?
Yes.
You didn't hear any distress at all, well, at any time while you were on that couch, right?
No.
But in fact, you remember, you testified to the grand jury that you remember passing out on the couch, right?
This is a very stressful situation.
That's not what I asked. I don't want you to argue. Just answer the question I'm asking.
It doesn't matter when you hear it. It's shattering.
We don't believe you. You're just spewing lies. Boys will be boys. Quit ruining lives. Why were you out late? Were you being a flirt? Did you have any drinks? How short was your skirt? Tramp? Slut? How many guys have you fucked? If you can't close your legs, at least keep your mouth shut. Your memory is fuzzy from the tiny details. Maybe you are the one who drank too many cocktails. You know guys like beer. We're just having fun. When we grab your ass, it's a compliment, huh? Alone with a man? Then you should have expected. You know guys don't like being rejected. Playing hard to get? You're such a tease. When we make demands, you're supposed to appease. You were asking for it. You're just looking for fame. You showed too much skin. You should be ashamed. Why were you alone? Why are you starting rumors? Oh, and why didn't you come forward sooner?
All of these victim blaming narratives we have in our culture are trash. Don't believe them. This wasn't your fault. This wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault.
All right, there you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a little hard to direct when I can't see faces. I would target the males in the room if I could see faces, because I think that's the most appropriate way to deliver that poem. But I see a lot of lights and a few faces here and there, which is pretty hard to pull off. So, yeah, thank you. It's certainly a lot of bullshit in the victim blaming narrative we have. This next piece, you probably figure out pretty quickly anyway, is called What I Wanted to Say. When I ordered the veggie burger and you asked me if you wanted something that tastes like meat, why don't you just eat meat? What I wanted to say was, because it's not the taste I oppose, it's the torture. What I wanted to say was, if it could taste like meat, why would you insist on death? What I wanted to say was, because I can watch my food go from farm to table and not lose my appetite. Can you? What I wanted to say was, the same reason you would teach a child when an apple is perfectly ripe to pick, but not when a neck is ripe to slice. Why is slaughter okay as long as you don't have to watch? But I know I'd be the angry vegan. What I wanted to say was, why aren't you angry? But I don't, because I want to enjoy the dinner, the company. So I just die a little inside quietly. Not literally like the 10 billion farmed animals a year in America. Just another kick, another bruise, another moment where my heart takes a hit. Another few grains of compassion I watch trickle through humanity's hourglass, feeling like we are running out of compassion. of time. I'm just trying to hold a few grains above surface level. And you ask why I don't like the sound they make when they fall. And maybe I failed the animals in this moment. Or maybe I just had to learn how to live in a world that doesn't want to know, doesn't want to look, doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to care, just wants their bloody burger. What I wanted to say was, the writing has been on the wall. The United Nations Environmental Program at Harvard and Oxford, and the top environmental scientists across the globe warn of the dire consequences of this industry's land use, water use, deforestation, and greenhouse gas emissions, how killing them is killing us. And you just smile and chew because it tastes so good to die. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, y'all. All right, this next one hopefully is going to be fun. I know not all my poetry. It is called Angry Cow Poetry, not like Happy or Contented Cow Poetry. But this one I think is going to be fun unless you happen to be really happy with the sitting president of the United States, and then you might want to use the bathroom or something. You know, or if you don't like language, cursing, because, you know, my apologies, but it's coming.
Bing, 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 bing. This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. And Mexico will pay for the wall.
Mr. President, a question I'd like to pursue. What the fuck is wrong with you? Every time your mouth opens, the words are untrue. What the fuck is wrong with you? In the Revolutionary War, the airplanes they flew? What the fuck is wrong with you? At the victims of a hurricane, paper towels you threw? What the fuck is wrong with you? $70,000 for the hairstyle of a cockatoo? What the fuck is wrong with you? 26 sexual allegations you claim all are untrue? What the fuck is wrong with you? While grab 'em by the pussy is what you do. What the fuck is wrong with you? On Hurricane Dorian's map with the Sharpie you drew. What the fuck is wrong with you? In my great and unmatched wisdom, your mouth did spew. What the fuck is wrong with you? Racial diversity training you try to subdue. What the fuck is wrong with you? You mock the disabled, so I ask anew, what the fuck is wrong with you? Windmill noise causes cancer? Believe me, it's true? What the fuck is wrong with you? If she wasn't my daughter, we'd probably screw? What the fuck is wrong with you? Liberate Michigan, let the violence ensue? What the fuck is wrong with you? Rake your forest to keep fires from coming through? What the fuck is wrong with you? Bleach injections will make you feel brand new? What the fuck is wrong with you? Stand by, Proud Boys, wait for my cue? What the fuck is wrong with you? The only question I have hitherto is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, true story. It's on the album. Of course, all of these are on the album, so feel free if you're enjoying to check that out. You can find me at angrycowpoetry.com with lots of videos and other stuff and links to all this. You can find me on Instagram at angrycowpoetry, Angry Cow Poetry on Facebook too, or just get Keith Allison on Facebook to connect. Yeah. Let's see, what do I have next? Okay, this next one's a contrapuntal, and if you're not familiar with the art of the poetry form contrapuntal, it's written in two columns. You have one, you read down the first column to get your first piece. You read down the second column to get the second piece, and then you read straight across to create something new, something different by connecting the two. And this one is about our love of guns in America. We love guns so much. We love guns certainly more than the animals that we've been talking about. And sometimes it seems like we love guns more than our children. Children, we pledge allegiance to the flag, our children staring into the start of another school day, having said goodbye to families as they walk to class. The school bell rings. In our sights, the gun, cradled in our arms, the end of the barrel, the piercing bullet, the falling prey. Blood spills. It's hunting season again. Children in our sights. We pledge allegiance to the gun, the flag cradled in our arms, our children staring into the end of the barrel, the start of another school day. The piercing bullet having said goodbye to families, the falling prey as they walk to class. Blood spills, the school bell rings. It's hunting season again. Thank you. Thank you. So we have, I think, just two left here. What else do I want to say? The first album's available at the merch table. The first Wednesday of every month, you can hear poetry right here at the Rialto Theatre. So we run an event first Wednesday every month. There's always a different feature. So you won't be hearing, I'll jump on the open mic and do a piece, but there'll be a different feature, amazing features each time. The next first Wednesday of the month, the next one coming up, June, whatever the first Wednesday in June is, I don't know. But whatever that is, the featured poet is Ciara Freeman. And Ciara is a poet who literally has videos out there with 1 million views, which is amazing for a poet. I really encourage you to come back out all first Wednesdays of the month, but definitely check out Ciara if you are available. This next piece is about losing folks. And, we've talked about losing companion animals, but we're going to talk about losing humans as well. And sometimes we lose humans from things like heart disease, the #1 killer in America, or cancer coming into #2. Sometimes it's sudden accidents, third biggest killer in America, or maybe it's stroke or lower respiratory lung disease. But this piece is about the #6 killer in America. And sometimes you lose people and they're still physically there. And you still see them, but you don't see them. You don't see who they were. You don't see the memories they had. And that's what this piece is about. When the big bad wolf showed up at your door, he didn't huff and he didn't puff, despite what the story might say. All he needed was time. He sat by patiently as one by one the hairs on your chinny chin chin turned gray. Bricks, you argued, were the sturdiest choice, and in retrospect your hasty siblings could hardly disagree. This house was built to last through the strongest winds. But the crafty wolf just waited for the rain, so vital, so refreshing at first. But eventually the first crack in the mortar appeared, hardly worth noticing. Then another, still more. Home depreciation is to be expected over the years, we told ourselves. But all this time, the wolf had been sharpening his claws. And now the chipping mortar was easily scratched away. While we were sleeping, the sly predator began dismantling brick by brick. This one, your favorite teacher. This one, how the stove works. A pile of childhood memories falls like sand through your fingers. This one, how to turn on the faucet. This one, How to Tell Time. This one, Your Brother's Name. Simple Pleasures, Daily Activities, Independence. Now just an open space where a wall used to be. You're left sitting in the remains, what little the wolf has left you. Each day, a little more of your house crumbles into nothingness. And he never even had to puff.
So afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Very much, Dave. Leaves us with one track. And for this track, I would like to call someone very special up to the stage to join me. Let's give it up for Angie Haze. Angie is so damn talented as a singer, as a songwriter, as a performer, as a pianist, as a guitarist, as sound design, as a producer. This human is incredible. Really thankful for all of you did making this album what it was. Such an honor to work on this with you.
It was an honor for me, truly. Thank you.
Appreciate that. And I will tell you, a lot of these tracks, I came into Angie and my idea for production was, I don't know. What do you think? There were some I had ideas on, and there were others I just let Angie take away. And so the production you hear on the album, all is thanks over here to Angie. We've got one more piece for you off the album. You got plenty of Angie still coming tonight. But you get a little preview right now as well. Yeah. So for this song, you're welcome to introduce if you want, if there's anything you want to say.
So let's see. I wrote this. Was it 2021? I can't remember the actual date. So much has happened.
Right.
For Jalen Walker, and I posted it, and then I got some people to kind of record on top of it through Instagram, I think it was, and then I sent it to Keith, and he wrote a poem and put it on top of on top of the track, and so it kind of like went through a cycle of different performers in it, and I was like, oh man, I don't even know. It's a short.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not really a song, but it is. So
mini song.
I'm excited that it's on your album. I'm really honored that it is, and I'm excited to perform it for the first time. Well, maybe the second time. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Jalen Walker's killers walk the street spraying tear gas, emptying canisters like they emptied clips, lights spinning in a circle like history, like a color wheel, blue uniforms, gray smoke, black bodies, red blood staining the street. Using tactics of escalation, using tactics of violence, designed to leave a city without a voice, without a breath.
We got shit to do, 'cause our city's sideways. Jalen Walker's truth, shine a light on the police crime wave. Rise up, rise up, rise up, yeah. We got a revolution now. A revolution now. Oh, 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 oh.
not to get this album. We worked so hard on it.